Hello, everyone. My name is Zhu Chenkov. I'm the artist director and founder of Jin Dance Company. And right here with me are Frankie Parstrike and Douglas Gelby. And they are the cast member for our brand new work, Insight. We are here to talk about this new production, which will be premiering at the Capital One Hall on November 11 at 7:30 p.m. So be sure to get your ticket and come to see our show. The inspiration for this work is actually come from an African proverb. It says, when an old person dies, a library burns down to the ground. And I remember when I saw this quote, I was like, wow, this is so powerful and so mindful. It gave me an awakening message that a lot of time, the younger generations, we put down our head, we work, and trying to make it, trying to achieve our goal. And we're surrounding with our friends, our own people. And we often forgot how much knowledge and experience that the older generation possess. And if only we can just sit down, listen, and learning from them. You never know, sometimes a piece of advice can just helping us to go so far. So it gave me the urge to create this work, Insight, and hopefully to inspire people to care, to appreciate, to pay more attention to the seniors who had worked so hard to pave the road before us so we can have the life and the world we're living today. And how about Frankie? Tell us a little bit about the piece.
So the third section is when you meet the senior dancers. I open the piece, and I happen to have a Jin dancer behind me named Micah, and she's sort of my shadow or my past, my younger self. And you'll see that she uses her body to mimic my movements, although my movements are much bigger in the gestures. And then I meet another of my age dancers, and it's Dana. Working with her just brings a whole nother story. So it's her past and my past. And then we have Michelle and Micah behind us being either. It's really quite clever. And then we're doing this move where we're kind of just opening and we're facing the audience, and then Douglas shows up. And then so you get to see the seniors calmer, more experienced, been through whatever their past has been, accepting it, maybe not. And then there are the younger dancers, and they're just fast and they're eager and they're frenetic. And you do see the difference.
The finale section, that the older generation dancers, they saw the GDC dancers coming out and do all those uplifting, big movements, lots of energy phrases. That represents that they, thinking back the past, they may have some struggles, they may have some hard times, but they shape the world today. They help the next generation keep moving on and have a better world today.
The finale, a poignant aspect of that for me is a part where they come out right through the older people who are on stage but on the back. And so it's almost like that gives you this sense of, you have something to contribute to them because they come kind of right from behind you, storming out on the stage, doing all these, beautiful movements, and you kind of feel like, well, somehow that came from me. I didn't know I had anything to do with that. But so that's also a very beautiful part that I like a lot. An element of the whole piece, which is seeing your past experience as still part of your present. Mm-hmm. Because this piece has those different times mixed together. So instead of seeing your past as, I wish I was young again, or, that was terrible, I don't want to think about that, just accepting that as they're part of your present, who you are, and what has gotten you to, where you are at this specific moment.
What I finally realized what this piece actually did for me as a person, I was a professional dancer way back when. And the last time I was on stage was probably something between 35 and 40. I didn't think I'd ever be on stage again. I thought that was it. And then this I'm not going to cry. But I'm dancing on stage again. And I didn't think that would ever happen. That doesn't happen to older dancers. We take class all the time. And it's like, well, what for? Well, dancing makes me feel good. But the opportunity to be able to be on stage, sharing whatever that does, I'm very grateful for that. And the other thing that also, it's been a few challenging years for me personally. And because of the dancing, able to do that, I've been able to find myself again. And that's taken a while. So that's another thing I'm very grateful. I feel more like myself than I have in the past 5 or 6 years. So insight, it's more than that actually. With the future and the present and it's all in the piece,
Mhm,
you know, and it's an
mhm,
actual, you know, real lives happening. And
mhm.
I'm sure other people have had different experiences, but it's still lives of your past, present, and future.
Mhm. This whole piece, what's your hope for the audience to take away from?
I think community.
Mm,
And that
totally.
we're not separate, and do appreciate the people in your lives that have gone before you,
Mhm,
that may have some wisdom to share, and also appreciate that the younger generation, they've got to go through what they've got to go through, so we can
mhm,
advise and give wisdom, but
mhm,
they're going to do what they have to do, and some
mhm,
will learn the hard way and some will take it in. But I
mhm,
think it is community
mm.
more than anything else.
Dancers, they all come from such a different backgrounds, and they all have so much to offer in their energy, their movements, their artistic approach. So it's really interesting and wonderful to watch these two generations come together in this piece. And we all have been working so hard and having so much fun. And so really hope you guys can come and join us on November 11th at Capital One Hall. Get your tickets.
Come join us.
Don't miss this show. It's going to be spectacular.